Hello, welcome to Rock's Life. My name is Francis, and it is part 5 of our Dark Souls Amateurs walkthrough. So today we're going to go to a wonderful place called Blight Town, which is probably my least favorite place in the game. It's right up there with Tomb of the Giants. I mean, they're both pretty bad. I was probably here longer on my first playthrough, so I'd consider this the worst, but Tomb of the Giants is a close second. Now, when I first come down here, you're going to want to be wary of a big fat dude with a club who's going to be hitting you for poison damage and damage. So I'm equipping some purple moss and blooming purple moss, which do toxic and poison, respectively. Now when I come down here, he's just going to rush me and boom. Now, I fell off the cliff and died here, so why'd I leave that in the video if this is a walkthrough? Well, children, thank you for asking. I left that in the video because, one, I was human and I didn't want to be invaded in the depths, or in the Blight Town, and second, because there's an item we missed last time that's going to make Blight Town a lot easier, so I thought I would just quick show you where it is. So, up here, watch out for that guy, hollowed. Head up here. Oh, there's some dogs and some hollowed. Now, if you remember, we fought the butcher last time, so I have a ton of trouble with this dog here for whatever reason. He just seriously got me. There we go. If we fought the butcher last time with the two dogs, his table's here. Just start smashing stuff till we see this hole, and we're gonna jump down. All right. Now, in this hole here, there is. If we run to the far end, I believe. Yeah, it's actually on the other side, so smooth moves, Ferguson. On the other side, there's an item, and that item is the spider shield. Spider shield. And what that does is it reduces poison damage from the bolt while you're blocking with your shield. So it's incredibly useful for Blight Town, which, if you didn't already figure out, is notoriously everything's poison or toxic, or murders you before you can get poisoned or toxic. So I'm going to replace it with my heater shield here. So now I have two shields I can switch between. My regular physical damage shield and my spider shield. Yep, so it's good. It's good shield. There we go, has resistance to poison. Alright. So we can just jump down here, but I know that, so I'm going to run around for a few seconds looking for a door. Oh wait, there isn't a door. Okay. Hopping down. You can just slide down this water, which is kind of lame because you take damage for it, and I feel like you probably shouldn't. I mean, if I have to slide down it. A little mercy, Dark Souls. Jeez. Alright, rock and roll. Sprint past the basilisk over there, who terrifies me and is from my nightmares. Here's me already messing up a fight. I should really be using the spider shield even here because these rats are all going to be inflicting poison as well. But, you know, I'm just that hardcore. And we can take a left right here over to Blight Town. So for real now. Now that I've dropped 33,000 souls in the middle of Blight Town and not retrieved them. Hardcore. It's a magical ladder. Alright, there's my 33,000 souls. Alright, for real now, we're ready for this big guy. Alright. Now I'm going to start off with the Night Shield, but I'll be switching over to the Spider Shield relatively soon. There we go. So, just be careful he doesn't knock you off the edge, because as you saw, he's extremely good at knocking people off the edge, which is really annoying. If you're a backstabber, though, he's very slow. You know, if you're one of those rogue guys with a falchion or a scimitar and you just backstab things all day, this is your time to stab. think you can backstab them. Yeah, okay, sure. So we're gonna head down this way, and there's a couple more of these guys, so just try and lure them so you can get them one at a time, because any more than that and you're going to be having a very unfortunate day. Yeah, they do a pretty heavy hit. Also, if you search their bodies, you get poop, so that's pretty fun. Oh, I took that hit in the mouth. Also, it still says Dunk Pie on my screen because I didn't press A in the middle of the fight because I wasn't entirely sure why. I didn't realize I had to be hitting A for it to register that I acknowledged it. So, just pretend that's not there. Stabby. I could probably two-hand them and kill them a lot quicker because they stand still like that for so long when they do that growly thing. It's probably a good time to be two-handing. You really don't need to pick up the poop either. It doesn't... I mean, it's a thing. You can throw it and use it for toxic damage, but believe it applies to you as well. So as to how useful that actually is yet to be seen. Excuse me. It's very, very early in the morning, as per usual. And what better time to play Dark Souls? Anyway, poke him in the butt. When he does that growl, you just gotta be ready to lay into him with your biggest weapon. If I had the dragon tooth already, I would just smash him with that. Of course, I don't have the dragon tooth, but if I did, that'd be relevant. Alright, pillaging the corpse. Sure. Alright, now these guys, in my opinion, are almost harder or more annoying because they're quick and they do lots of poison damage, and they have this one attack that can very easily... You saw how he did that sort of hug thing? If they grab you like that, that's it. I mean, unless you're at full health, and your full health is a lot, that's going to be a one-hit kill, which really sucks. So, just be very, very careful. Now, that thing said be wary of snipers. If you look very closely, assuming this video is uploaded with reasonable graphics, you can see tiny little white darts flying into my shield. Those are the worst thing about Blight Town, and that is the little children that shoot super poisonous darts into you. So I'm just gonna sprint down here. The key is to just kill them as quickly as possible because they don't respawn. So even if you die in the process of killing one, at least the next time you come down he won't be there. And the last thing you want is toxic damage down here, so poke. I don't think they have a lot of health, kill them in one hit. Alright. So yeah, just watch out for those guys. I mean, there's a bunch, so I probably won't cover all their locations in this video. There's a couple I think I just sprint past because they don't have a huge area of shooting. But just be on your toes. Alright, took care of those two. Now be very careful on this wibbly wobbly bridge because it's wibbly wobbly. Also bear with me for a moment because I believe I get lost for a second or two going up here, and I like decide some weird areas are places to be going. Alright, you do want to be dropping down here, but there's a guy at the bottom of the ladder and that's not very friendly. No, he hit me in the bum. In the bum. Alright, I will stab him. Lots of times. Get down with the Estus, and let's head down here. Looks like there's an item right down there. Yeah, this whole place is just kind of a mess. Also, I get some kind of lag issues down here, and apparently that's a common problem people have, is Blight Town lag, or something like that, which is bizarre. I guess it's because there's just so many wood planks. I can't think of any other thing. So, I apologize for that, but, you know. Oh, that was the hug attack. That could have very well killed me if I hadn't realized it, but I did realize it, so I poked him. As is my duty. See, I'm a bit confused here as to where I'm supposed to be going. You're supposed to be jumping that and doing a little roll jump. I was a bit unsure about that because in the middle of filming a walkthrough, the last thing you want to do is die. But nope, we got it. So, still trying to find our way around. Oh, hey, a ladder. Lots of ladders in Blight Town. And over here's some thief gear, so if you're playing a rogue, that could all be very useful stuff for you. I guess, probably. I don't know, I don't play a rogue. I tried once and I died. On the gargoyle fight. I couldn't, the rogue, his shield wasn't working. I realized he's supposed to be dodging, but I couldn't get it. I'm also pretty stupid, so let's not diss the rogue, people. Okay, there's the next jump we have to make, I believe. So I'm just gonna get back, do a little running. As the ceiling clips into my camera view. And yes, I am debating right now as to whether I'm supposed to be doing that. First, I'm gonna grab this item too. So, a proud knight. I believe that is like 2,000 souls. It's just not bad. Like I said, bear with me for some time here, people. I have a tendency to get very lost. Everything looks like wood, okay? It's not easy. Okay, for real though, let's go for the jump. Come on, buddy. We can do it. That was my practice run, by the way. I always gotta practice. There we go. I mean, I totally cleared that. You could have just double tapped B and rolled over that, but... Now, I'm actually going to head the wrong way for a second here. There we go. Turn around. You're going to want to head this way after doing that jump, because you're going to want a bonfire after all that you've done. So there's someone jumping down at me. Come here, mister. And a poke for you. And a poke, and a poke, and a poke. And here's the bonfire. So, light it up, blaze it up, and take a little resty rest. Now I need to level up a bunch, so I will be doing that. So that's pretty good. I got a bunch of levels in. Yep. This is very hand dandy. So now, to humanity. For whatever reason, I'm always carrying around humanity. It's the worst thing. We're gonna head this way. Now watch out for fire pooches and more of these people. Okay, there's the hug attack I was talking about. See, that can do a good amount of damage, especially if you're wounded, so just watch out for that. Okay, and the fire pooches, as you saw, I killed them very easily. They're glass cannons, the fire pooches. I mean, you can probably kill them with one hit with pretty much any weapon, but their fire-breathing attack does some damage. And also, if you see here, there's some more of those little white lights hitting me. Some more arrows. So I'm trying to put... Oh, I got hit with one. See, that almost filled my toxic bar up. So that fight went really horrible. I mean... Yeah, I got toxic from the little kid archer, and then like 4 of these guys jumped me. I'm just gonna get the heck out of the dodge for that archer. See, I tried using purple moss clumps. No, that's not how that works. Purple moss does poison. I am afflicted with toxic, so you need blooming purple moss. Alright, so now I only have 2 Estus. No, now I only have 1 Estus, so that made that whole thing a bit more difficult, not gonna lie. But hopefully, for you, you can better prepare. I'm guessing the better thing to have done would been to lure those pink people out of the range of the sniper. Because the sniper is what really got me there. Also, there's a soul over here, if you're into that kind of thing. Oh, hey, breaking some pots. Have some manners, people. And a poke, and a poke, and a poke. Ah! Again, with these guys, you should probably be able to two-hand your weapon, pretty easily. I didn't because I was playing it super safe, because dying while filming a walkthrough means more editing for me later. Also, these guys are great. Yeah, thanks for that, buddy. And I am out of Estus, and we are nowhere near the bottom. So, what am I gonna do? Head right back to the bonfire. We're gonna drop down here. I was being facetious. We're not gonna quit. That's a squid thing. We're not gonna touch him. I actually don't know what that is because I've never touched it, but I would imagine it's not particularly friendly. Oh, there's some more people. Alright, this fight is also very difficult because you have not only a fat man, but also a pink man. There we go, took care of the pink man. Now for the fat man. Fat man's probably a lot easier by himself. Again, two-handing your weapon is probably advisable, although I didn't. Playing a little game of spinning. There we go. And murder. Alright. I'm obviously at very low health with very little Estus, so this may not go as well as I hope. Well, we will see. Alright. We're gonna head over here. Now this is just a series of ladders that go down, and yes, you do need feet. A very, very excellent thing to point out. I would rate that 2,000 out of a scale of 1 to 10. You need feet for this, and you're going to slide down these ladders, but be careful because there's another little child archer who is very unfriendly and likes to see you die horribly. And that leads to a whole thing in there, but we're not going to go to there. I mean, I'm going to stand there for a second pointlessly, because I like to make you watch me stand there pointlessly, but we're not actually going to go in there. Alright, now here's where the mosquitoes come in. I think they're mosquitoes, or something. Again, they are absolute glass cannons. Very low health, but if you get stuck in their laser beam fire thing, whip attack, you're probably going to die a horrible death. Yeah, that's the laser beam. I mean, I guess it's fire. It's supposed to be fire, but to me that always looks like a piece of fire in his laser. It's like Cyclops as a mosquito. Alright, quick slide down. Shield up. Yep, see, there's some more archer thingies being shot at me. So I need to find a way down. I need to find a way down fast. And what faster way down is that you're supposed to jump, buddy. There we go. Then jumping! Haha. I've outwitted you again, Mr. Archer. How does it feel? See, he's right over there. So now that I found him, I'm gonna wait, take a hit, and then hopefully time it where as I take the hit, he's gonna be lining up his next one, and I can just sprint over to him and murder his face with my halberd. Slide down, turn, shield up, shield up. There we go. So now you can sprint with your shield up, so can you go get him? Got him. Now your timing with that hit has to be perfect, because if you swing to hit while he's shooting. Now here's some pretty good gear. Wanderer stuff is also resistant to poison, so if you're having a ton of trouble, you can equip all of that. Although it is very light armor, so it's probably not as efficient as, like, as far as damage goes. Now these are the baby mosquito thingies. They're extremely annoying. Excuse me. Extremely annoying if you're a halberd user, especially because halberd does a jab as its main attack and a horizontal swing. There's no vertical attack with the regular halberd, which is unfortunate because the mosquitoes are either above you or below you most of the time. So they can be a serious nuisance if you're, you know, Alright, there were 2 mosquitoes, and I actually made a mistake in falling here, which means I'm almost dead, and I'm taking poison damage. So I'm about to die any second now. What I did was I made a mad sprint for the bonfire in this tunnel. So that probably wasn't incredibly professional. Basically, there's just a couple mosquitoes over there. You kill them. There's a wood bridge that leads over to the bonfire. But if you have plenty of health, then you can just jump where I jumped down. I mean, you only did about 2 bars of health, so if you can afford to lose 2 bars of health, might as well jump for it. Alright, now we are, oh, I'm crushing up some souls so I can level up. I need 1 more soul. I don't know why I just laughed at myself for that. That's very unfortunate. Alright, for real now, we're gonna level up. Alright, the next thing we need to do is turn into human form. You don't need to do this, but you're probably going to want to. Because the next boss we need to fight is Quelaag, because we're gonna go ring her bell. So the next thing we need to do is we need to get Man-Eater Mildred. Now, Man-Eater Mildred is going to invade our game if we're in human form, as soon as we come out here. So I'm going to reverse hollowing, turn into a human, and go summon Man-Eater Mildred. Humanity restored. All of humanity at once was restored. So I'm just going to sort of run out there, and now keep in mind you're going to need purple moss clumps because this stuff on the ground here does poison damage, not toxic, it does poison. So anytime you take a purple moss clump, you will negate your poison bar. Alright, Man-Eater Mildred has invaded. She's extremely easy to beat. As you can see, she's wearing no armor, using a machete, and she has a sack on her head. Now, this fight would probably be a fair bit easier if I didn't have mosquitoes attacking me at the same time, but I made the mistake of, you know, not killing them first. So I was sort of in for murder here. But luckily she missed that attack and I was able to get in Estus. There's a bunch of mosquitoes getting me and whatnot, but just going to ignore them and take out Mildred. Like I said, very easy invader. Got her. So now you're wondering, so why did we just kill that invader? Because now that we've murdered her, she, for whatever reason, has agreed to help us in the boss fight. This is what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, you're gonna want to retrieve the rest of her junk on the ground there. Yeah. Humanity, butcher knife, all useful items, except for not really. And there's a soul over here I'll pick up. There's a lot of souls across the swamp here with lots of poison damage. So if you have plenty of purple moss and you want to just sort of pick up some items, there's some titanate, some other things. There's also massive leeches more to the south area. So if you want to, you're definitely free to go check all that stuff out. For the sake of the walkthrough, I didn't because I would be down there for like an hour. And even speeding that up, that'd be painful to watch. So instead, I'm just going to go for the boss fight now, and going to go kill her. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to sprint, and I'm poisoned. But that's alright, because the poison does not do nearly as much damage as the toxic. I'm going to mainly stick to sprinting on the land here, because I don't have the iron ring yet. The iron ring allows you to walk in water without being slowed down, including this, I dare to call water. And watch out for those fat people throwing rocks. They can do a ton of damage, especially up close, which may be surprising considering they're throwing rocks. But they have some other bizarre attacks. Ah, this rock. But we're not going to mess with them. We're just going to run up here. Run up here. And as soon as we get in this little hole where it's safe, take some purple moss, switch over to Estus, and get ready for the boss fight. Assuming you're coming in here in human form, you should be able now to summon Man-Eater Mildred. Also, if you want some trophy gamer score, don't hit these guys, because if you kill them, you can't join the Chaos Covenant. That's the word. You can't become a Chaos Servant in the Chaos Covenant, which is worth gamer score. So don't kill them. was very confusing. So here she is. We're gonna summon her. And in a minute now. Gonna go kill Quelaag. Alright. Let's go murder. Okay, sure. So now we get to go kill her, Quelaag. So the main attack you're gonna want to watch out for here is her lava breathing. Okay, that lava does a ton of damage and degrades armor extremely quickly, and it doesn't just go away. You know, it's not like a fire breath attack. That stuff stays there for about a minute, if not longer. So really watch out for that. Then she also has a fire sort of sword thing that she'll attack with. Mildred is more of a tank than anything else, so she's mainly going to be doing distracting, not a whole lot of damage. But she'll get some hits in here and there. And what you're going to want to do... Now, two-handing your weapon may seem like a good idea because her attacks are all very front-based, but they're not. She has an AoE burst attack she does that will cut through your defense like butter if you get stuck in it. See, that thing she did there has killed me countless number of times. So I'm just going to play with my shield up and halberd, because if your shield isn't up when that thing hits, you're dead. It's as simple as that. So I won't be two-handing. Although you could try and memorize and sort of look for the signs as to when she's going to do it. I recommend just playing it safe and having your shield up whenever you're not doing damage. Now obviously I sped it up here because it, you know, it takes a while. A lot of jumping around. Yeah, that lava can be a pain, but luckily I'm able to stay out of it for most of the time. Maybe Mildred also takes a surprisingly little amount of damage considering how much she decided to run in the middle of things that will hurt her. Now, obviously, it is a bit luck-based, this fight, if you are summoning Mildred, because sometimes she'll run through the lava. Literally just run through the lava whenever she feels like it. So that can screw you over in a fight very quickly. So yeah. Oh, that's the AoE burst. Luckily I had my shield up. And Mildred and I, boom. So, Quelaag is dead now. We got the soul of Quelaag, which you can use to make a special weapon. You might want to check the wiki as to what weapon that is, because I don't know off the top of my head. But you can use the soul, combine it with something else, and create a magic weapon. I think it's like Quelaag's Fury. That's a guess, but yeah. Or you can just crush it up for some quick souls if you need it. So we're gonna run over here, and you will now get either gamer score or trophies. PC, Xbox gamer score, PlayStation trophies. Ring ring. And that will trigger a whole cutscene that I didn't play out. And now the next thing we need to do is head down here. And if we look out those windows, we'll see the ruins of something involving demons, probably. That's a very tricky place that we will not be going for a very long time, because they have lots of Taurus demons. Also, bear with me for a moment here while I smack the walls looking for the invisible one. By the way, it's this one. Woo. So that's the invisible wall. Now, if you want some more quick gamer score / trophies, you're going to talk to this guy and answer his question yes, and then wait for him to move. And this is Quelaag's sister, so we're going to talk to her, and if you choose to enter her covenant, you can earn a 25 more gamer score or trophy score. Trophy, bronze trophy, gold. I don't understand the trophy system. I'm not gonna lie to you. Green trophy. You get a green trophy from this, guys. So now that you got your green trophy, and that will look nice in your rainbow trophy collection. You can also reinforce your Estus flask here, which I highly recommend you do. I'm not going to because I'm just that hardcore, and because I forgot I could, but I highly recommend when you're at Quelaag's sister, you reinforce your Estus using the Firekeeper Soul, and it will sort of walk you through that process, and then you'll have an Estus flask +1, which will heal you even more. I'm going to use the Homeward Bone and just get out of here, more than less. And Blight Town. I'm going to set the bonfire. You can only level up twice, unfortunately, but that's what happens when you get older. Alright. Well, that's it for today, kids. We made it to Blight Town. The next time, we're going to do some more stuff involving probably the Hydra. I think. He's next. So, goodbye.